Let's go over how I spent my money this week as a 40-something-year-old corporate girly that would like to retire in 8 years but has no retirement savings. Is $95,000 in debt, $85,000 of that student loan debt, and the rest is in credit card debt. I don't know how. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do to change the intro, but I just feel like we might just go with that. Because I could also add who's also trying to pay off debt and save for an emergency, and I could add so many things. I think we're just gonna roll with what we've been using but shorten it because I'm not gonna try to pay off my credit card debt by the end of this year. We've reshifted our focus to save up for our emergency fund and pay off credit card debt, but not by the end of this year. Whew. Y'all, it's been one heck of a weekend. I kicked things off yesterday, Saturday, and thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to get all my cleaning done. My daughter said that she had a rough night and she just wanted to hang out with Nico and catch up on all her sleep during his naps and stuff like that. So I didn't go over there yesterday, and I was planning going over there today, like this afternoon to evening time. But yesterday, when I was in the midst of doing all of my weekly cleaning, all of my cleaning content that I put out Monday through Friday, I film it all on the weekends. So that way I have time to do it all. I'm not feeling rushed. I'm not tired from being after work, all that. So I was in the midst of getting my apartment clean. For one, I just like to have a clean home. For two, it's my content. So I was in the middle of that, and then all of a sudden, Scout started scooting her booty. So you know what that means, pet parents. We went straight to the vet. So that means we also have an unplanned vet visit that we had to put in here, but we didn't budget for, which is totally fine. I love my dog. I may seem annoyed right now, but I would do anything for her. Is it annoying? Yes. But I would still do anything for her. So we go to the vet, and they have to clean out her booty hole. I don't know how else to say it. They have to drain her anal glands. Sorry, I know that's TMI. I'm sorry. But that's literally what happened. And she did not like it, and she squirmed around while they were trying to hold her down and do that. And I was trying to help, but it just wasn't working. And I was afraid of this. I do believe that it caused an IVDD flare-up. IVDD stands for something vertebrae degenerative disease or something like that, disorder or something. But basically the cartilage in her vertebrae is breaking down, and she can't really jump off things, go downstairs, stuff like that. Going upstairs, she always seems to be fine. She still does that. But going down the stairs or anything like that, I always carry her. She has her little doggy stairs to get on the couch, her little doggy stairs to get on the bed. So that's what she uses inside the home. But I don't know. I think her squirming around yesterday at the vet caused her to have a flare-up. So we've been dealing with that all day today, and I did not get to go see my grandson. It's... whew. At least I baked some really yummy chocolate chip cookies. So that's the bright side of the weekend. They were delicious, and I have 2 in the fridge that I'm going to bake when I'm done showering and everything. I'm going to eat those in the bed. I'm so excited. It's going to be one of my last little late night treats. And I'm hoping that I will be able to get a good night's sleep tonight, because last night I did not. Scout was so much pain, and I thought it was because of what she had done at the vet until today, and I was like, she's still in pain. I think she's having a flare-up for her back issue. So I gave her some tramadol, and I gave her some prednisone. That's supposed to help with the inflammation. So give her 2 of those today to help her, or 1 of each of those today to help her out with the pain and the inflammation in her body right now. It seems to be helping. She's at least like comfortable. That's all you can really do when you have a dog that has IBDD and they have a flare up. The only thing you can do is just really keep them comfortable, and it sucks. Is all you want to do is like heal them, be a vet, become a miracle worker. Okay, before we get into the weekly expenses and everything, I also want to go over my 2025 goals with you guys. I made a little spreadsheet. I'm actually probably gonna put that on my stand store as well, so you guys can buy that. Let me know if that's something you're interested in the comment section. I also want to go over the spreadsheet that is on my stand store currently. Sorry, I literally can't think. I want to go over the spreadsheet that is on my stand store as well. So we'll do all of that kind of at the end, and we'll go over my expenses for the week. So that way everyone that wants to stay tuned, if you want a 2025 budgeting spreadsheet, I built out a budget for every single month in 2025 and is linked down below in the description of this video. But we're going to go over how to use it and everything like that, because someone left me a really nice comment and said that they wanted a tutorial. So we're going to go over that. But before we jump into the numbers for the week, I am 42 years old. I live in the Tampa Bay area. I'm an empty nester. I have a cute little doggie. Send her some prayers. She needs your help, prayers and your love right now. I paid off my car last year, and I make $75,000 a year prior to taxes. I think that is everything. For my income, I brought home $1,950.59 after tax, after my high yield savings contribution. That's my take-home pay. I will be getting paid, I think it's next week. I almost said next month. Next week, I will be getting paid out from YouTube. That is $249.26. So all in all, I have $2,199.85 to be able to budget for the next 2 weeks. That's this week and next week until we get paid again. I am a salary employee. Okay, groceries are outrageous, and I think it's because I bought the stuff to make chocolate chip cookies, but I made the cookies because I am in charge of bringing dessert on Christmas Day to my daughters. So her fiance side of the family is doing like baked ziti for everyone. So I thought, okay, if they're doing dinner, let me do dessert. And wow, it really bumped up the budget to get those things. And I had to re-up on a couple of things. Like, I use CLR in my tub because I have hard water. So I had to buy that. Trash bags. Toothpaste. Stuff like that. A few things I had to like re-up on. But I obviously will be using them for a while. So it's a one-time kind of use. But Lord, I budgeted $240 for the next 2 weeks, and I've been really good about pretty much keeping within the budget, except for here and there when I have to stock up on stuff. But between the stocking up on a few things and buying things to make the cookies, like I didn't really buy outside of like my normal stuff. It's just so crazy. I bought a few things on Friday at Whole Foods that I like to get at Whole Foods, and then I went to Publix yesterday and got stuff to make quesadillas for lunch and dinner. I usually make a big batch of food and I eat that for lunch and dinner. Single girl, I meal prep, and I don't have time to make dinner after work. So anyway, I spent $199.81 in groceries this week. I'm so annoyed. I feel like I didn't buy anything crazy though. I just refuse to spend more than $240 for the 2 weeks. I'm spending $480 a month in groceries for one person. That just seems insane. I don't know if that's normal. Let me know. but that just seems crazy. And I just refuse to spend more than that. So I'm gonna eat PB&J next week or something. Again, like I said, we had to go to the vet yesterday unexpectedly to get Scout taken care of. It was the cheapest vet visit that I've had this year, and hopefully the last vet visit of 2024. But it was $52.50. That's with the $25 like office visit fee. So really it was only $27 and some change. Okay, and then earlier this week I needed to get Scout something because she's been having a tummy ache. And so I got her this stuff off of Chewy that helps with her tummy ache that she's had before. So $33.48 to Chewy earlier this week. Gas, I spent $35.28 at the pump today. The picture, I forgot that I took a picture and it's probably on my iPad, which it was. Eating out, I spent $21.63 eating out, and then I spent $9.99 in miscellaneous to pay for my CapCut membership. That's where I edit all my videos at. And I like some of the features that it has that you have to pay for, especially for like my vlogs and this kind of video and stuff like that has a few extra features. So all in all, I spent $353.97 this week, which leaves me with $1,845.88 for next week. Now I want to go over some of my 2025 goals. I'm so excited about this. I sat down this weekend and like was really intentional about like, what do I want to accomplish next year? What do I want to achieve and stuff like that. I have, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 goals written down. First, I want to get outside for 1,000 hours. I saw someone make a TikTok about this, that they made it their goal the last couple of years to have 1,000 hours of outside time. And I really want to challenge myself to do that. So eating out at restaurants, dog walks, biking, doing things outside, I want to make it a priority to be outside more. I moved to Florida and then I just sit inside all the time. And yes, it is hot, but I still feel like I don't have to be outside for 1,000 hours all at once. You know what I mean? Like I can break it up into small little pockets. I have 12 months to do it, and I really want to make it a goal. Number 2, I want to save $12,000 in my high yield savings account. If you guys know, I have been trying to get to that goal right there because that is at least 3 months of an emergency fund right there. I would like to have more, but it's my goal to at least have $12,000 in there. I have $8,800 and some odd change worth of credit card debt. All of my credit card debt is on 0% interest credit cards, and it is one of my goals to pay them off. You guys know I need to make a payment of $517.01 every single month for the next 18 months to pay them off. So it's my goal to try to pay them off by the end of 2025 though. I want to be done and move on with my life. I'm tired of these credit cards weighing me down. I no longer subscribe to them and they are not part of my identity, and we got to get rid of them. I want to hit a certain amount of income between my job and social media, and I just have a number in my head, and I want to try to hit that this next year. In 2025, it would be grand to close out the year with hitting that number. Start saving for retirement. I want to start my 401k or an IRA. I would love to have both, But if I could only choose, I want to have at least one of those started. As you guys know, I do not have any retirement savings. It's my goal to get to that place. I do want to get my emergency savings up so that way I have savings for now, because if I lose my job tomorrow, I want to be able to afford my life for the next few months while I look for a job. But also I want to plan for the future because I do want to retire in 8 years. And retirement in 8 years doesn't mean that I'm actually gonna stop working. It just means like I'm gonna have the time and some freedom financially to pursue other interests. Maybe that means I become a full-time YouTuber at that point, or do something else. I'm not quite sure, but I just don't want to be tied down to a desk job for the rest of my life. So I'm giving myself 8 years to get out of the desk job and do something else that I can pursue passion and still make money. So that's what, when I say retirement, it doesn't mean that I'm going to stop working, because I love showing up here on social media, and that is a job in itself. So I will never stop doing that. And hopefully by then, in 8 years, I'm making enough money to sustain myself and I don't need a full-time job. Fingers crossed. Knock on some wood. I want to complete a one-time 90-day no spend. So no spend to me, because I really don't shop for clothes. It's very rare when I buy clothes. I do want to get to a place where I do have a chunk of money set aside to buy things that are sustainable, that are high quality. I'm out with the fast fashion. I don't want to buy any more fast fashion items. I want to buy sustainable, natural fiber clothing and stuff like that. So there's that. But I don't really shop for clothes because I just can't afford it. It's not in my budget. So I want my 90-day of no spend means no eating out, no coffees out. So if I can just avoid the coffee shops and eating out for a full 90 days, I kind of want to do it starting in January, February, and March. And then after that, you know, we're going to see. But that's my goal, to try to cut back on these things, because I just feel like I use them too much as a crutch. Like on a Friday night when I'm tired, I just go out to eat, or on Saturday morning I get a coffee when I'm running errands. And yeah, it's fun to do all of that, but it does eat into the budget, and I really want to be better about controlling my spending next year. So a 90-day no spend, no coffee shops, and no restaurants. At least that I'm paying for. If someone wants to take me out to date, or out to dinner, out for lunch, out to breakfast, a free coffee, I'm game. I just don't want to pay for it out of my pocket. I want to continue to share all of my financial journey on YouTube. So I think we'll be doing that. I don't have any plans of stopping, and that is one of my goals. And then my last goal for next year is to save a full 6-month premium of my insurance and be able to pay that all at once. And I do believe we can get there. I just need to plan that out. I don't know how to plan that out because I feel like I have a lot right now that I have planned financially, and I don't really know where I can fit that in. But those are my goals for next year. I did want to give you guys a quick update on my high yield savings account. I was able to see the updated balance now that my $400 has hit in there this month, but we just had $200 go in there from payday on Friday. So I projected that I would have 500, 100. Oh my gosh, I can't. I projected that I would have $5,140.71 as my ending balance for December, but maybe by the end of the month, I don't know. I just checked it and I have $5,120.87. So something's wrong with this little amortization high yield savings account table that I built out, and I need to get into the bottom of that because I'm $20 off from where I should have been, and I'm quite certain the interest that just hit is all of the interest that's hitting for the month. I don't think I'm going to get another dump of interest, so I'm not quite sure how I'm off there. So that's something to look into. Okay, now I want to go over the budgeting template that is on my stand store in the description of the video that I posted the other day. I'm probably going to put it in the description of all of my videos just because, hey, why not? But we're going to break it down and go over everything so that way you guys can know what you're buying. Okay, so I'm going to break this down by categories going left to right. So in the first section of the spreadsheet that you're seeing on the screen is a way for you to budget. I get paid bi-weekly, and I assume most people get paid bi-weekly. If you guys get paid every week, I'm happy to rebuild this spreadsheet, but I think most people in this country probably get paid bi-weekly. So I did a 2 columns for your income that you made and did a couple of cells for those, so you can fill in any income that you're making. If you're a dual income household or you make extra side money off of social media or door dashing or something like that, there's a few cells in there for you to put whatever income that you're in, and then to put in any of your expenses for the first half of the month and the second half of the month. So this section covers the first and second half of the month, and you're able to put in your paychecks and your expenses to budget for those. So moving on to the next section of the spreadsheet, you are bringing over any of the income that you put in the first section. You're bringing it over here. I did this because visually, I'm a very visual person, and when I'm putting in like my weekly expenses that I always share with you guys on Sundays, I am also bringing over the income that I put in my like budget area of my spreadsheet, so that way visually I can see that and it's not over there with the expenses that I spend each week over here, and they're kind of grouped together. So it's not any more new income, it's just whatever you budgeted for the first half of the month comes over to the first half of the month income, and then whatever you earn for the second half of the month comes to the second half of the month income. So the income just, it has already all of the what do you call that, formulas built in that it's going to transfer over when you put it in the budget side. It's going to already come over. You don't have to do any of that work. And then I have your weekly expense category right there beside the income that comes over. You are going to put in everything that you spent in week 1, week 2, week 3, and week 4. Just kind of how I do these weekly recaps. Right here in these videos, you're going to be able to do that on your own, and you can use this to make your own YouTube videos. Basically, I've given you the whole outline, so you're going to be able to put in all your expenses. It's going to add it up, it's going to total it, it's going to subtract your income from your expenses, so that way you know how much is left over and stuff like that. So you have 4 little weekly recaps of what you spent. So now we're moving on to the next section. Next to last, I built out 2 12 months of amortization schedules that you can put in all of your debts. I plan on putting my credit cards in here. Even though my credit cards are on 0%, I'm just going to fill in the interest rate to be 0%. All of the formulas are already built out. I assume that most people have at least 1 or 2 debts. If you have more, feel free to message me and I can build you out another amortization schedule and add that to your individual tracker. But For now, there are 2 debt trackers on here. They are stacked one on top of the other. You have one right here, and then you have one right below it, where you will be able to track your debt for the next 12 months. And you'll be able to plug in your interest rate, how many months you have, the start date, all of that kind of stuff. You can track all of it here, so that way you're not going to a million places to look at all of this information. You're able to pull up this spreadsheet and look at everything all at once. And because I started my high yield savings account this year in 2024, I want everyone else to start a high yield savings account if you don't have one already. If you do have one, yay, bravo to you. And you are able to track your high yield savings account in here. You're able to put in your starting balance, and there's 12 months where you're able to track how much you're saving, how much you're contributing. You're able to kind of go in here and fidget and put in a crazy amount that you want to put in each month. Put in the extra payment here and there. You're able to do all of that stuff within this spreadsheet without having to go and do it somewhere else and track all of that stuff in a million different places. I kind of wanted an all-in-one where you can track your expenses, your debt, your savings for the year, so that way there is a one-stop shop within this spreadsheet. So that was the goal of the monthly tracker budget for 2025. And then I have it built out so you have each tab for each month of the year. So there are 13 tabs on this spreadsheet. One is just a welcome tab. So after the welcome tab, where it just says welcome to your 2025 budget, you'll have 12 months of budgeting in here. You have a spreadsheet or a tab for each month. You're able to carry things over if you want, start anew every single month, whatever you want to do. It is your spreadsheet to do what you want with it. But I wanted to be able to give you guys a place to house everything for the entire year. So I'm so excited to be able to offer this to you guys. If you guys have any more questions about this spreadsheet, please do not hesitate to message me in the comments or get in touch with me somehow on TikTok or Instagram or anything like that. I am always open to questions and suggestions on this spreadsheet. I know it's probably not perfect because I'm not perfect, so if you run into any issues, obviously let me know, and I'm happy to upgrade the experience and kind of make it better. But I'm so excited. I cannot wait to start using this spreadsheet next year. I have already tested it out a little bit here and there, so I don't think there'll be any issues, but obviously let me know. But I'm happy. I'm going to be using this right alongside you guys for my 2025 journey of budgeting, paying off my debt, and savings. Okay, that is all for this video. I love you, and I will see you guys back here next week.